Greetings, beautiful beings. I am Taylor, and I'm going to share with you 10 ways to better nourish your body. So, y'all, they lied to us. They got us going around here thinking that we need somebody to tell us how to eat. You need your certain amount of protein, you need your starch. It's all a lie, and they revise it like every 5 years. Really, because they're learning too. They do not know how to nourish the body, or maybe they do, but they've been lying to you so that you don't nourish your body. But anywho, I'm going to share some ways to just do things closer to the way our ancestors did them. So number one, water. Water is so essential to life. So first thing you do when you wake up, drink some water, and add some extra oomph to it, or some electrolytes, whatever you want to call it. You can add your cucumber, your lime, your lemon. But that always helps to kind of like cleanse and refresh the body. So before you eat anything, try to drink a glass of water, and emphasis on that glass. Get away from these plastic bottles, y'all. It's important. So number two, I highly recommend herbal tea as your supplement. So not the Lipton's iced tea. I'm not talking about that tea. Your herbal tea. So my herb for this moment, I should say, has been nettle. I love my nettle tea. Dandelion is another great one to consume. You don't have to do much, but try one herb at a time. Maybe that works for you. Maybe you like to relax. You want a little lemon balm. But drinking a nourishing herb like a nettle or a dandelion every day is so good. It's the extra supplement that you have been looking for. So do some research into it, please. Number three, eat more fresh vegetables. Yes, fresh vegetables. Your fridge should always have fresh vegetables in it, and emphasis on the leafy greens. Leafy greens are so full of life. Y'all, we need this life. We need this green. We need that chlorophyll. We need that green color. We need those bitter greens. Those bitters do wonders for our body. So eating your leafy greens, your fresh, your green beans, your try to stay away from the canned vegetables. They don't nourish our body. And again, we're looking to nourish our body. So your fresh vegetables are crucial for that. Number four, up your beans, your mushrooms, your lentils. Do those things, okay? Because that's what's going to keep you away from those fried potatoes and those sweets, those cravings that you have. You got to up your heavy proteins, your beans, your lentils, and play around with them. There's so many ways to consume food, y'all. We don't have to be stuck. We have to do it together. Number five, get to know your healthy grains. There is so many more grains than a potato and I don't even know if that's grain, but your white rice, your white pasta. We have to diversify our palate. So I know a big some that's been more popular is the quinoa, or your millet, your teff, your kamut pasta. Switch it up, y'all. We gotta switch it up. Try new things. I'm gonna share a link at the bottom for a website which I highly recommend, and it goes over just African heritage foods and foods that were really connected to our ancestors in a profound way. So I would say number five, get to know oh, I already said that. The next one is stay away from overly toxic meat. So uh, you don't have to be a vegan or whatever you want to call it, but you should always be eating clean. So the ABC diet, if you want to call it, always be eating clean. ABC, always be clean. That's what I meant. ABC diet. So the way they're processing our meat these days, our animals, it's not good, y'all. If you want to eat some beef or a chicken, I highly recommend knowing the name of that animal, raising it yourself or trusting the person who is raising it. Because what they're doing, and there's plenty of resources. You can check any documentary, you could click it up on YouTube, whatever you want to go to, but be informed about what they're doing to your meat and how it affects our body, how it affects our womb, how it affects our, it's not healthy for us. So, limit it as well. So minimize the amount. You don't need meat 3 times a day every day, and it doesn't have to be the biggest portion in your plate. It's not, don't eliminate it all if that's not what you want to do, but try to eat less and eat the less toxic version. So the organic meats or the farmer's market meats. So know the farmer who's raising your food. And that is that. My next thing is make your own sweets. Y'all, the sweets is hard. I'm a victim. I love my sugar. I'm connected to it, and I'm working to detach myself from it. But one thing that's been helping is making my own. Switching from buying that cookie to, which I still do. I'm working on it. Buying it to making it yourself. So there's lots of fun ways to make your own foods. Make your muffins, make your cookies, make your cakes, and make them with healthier ingredients. Make your fruit. Ooh, fruit is such a sweet, beautiful dessert. We gotta get with the fruit. And then next, make all your meals from scratch. Please, family, make your meals from scratch. It's so important because it really connects you to your food. And that's one thing that I've noticed in our culture that that's been taken from us is our love, the love that we put in our food. We're not cooking and standing and tending to that meal. It's a real quick process oven meal that we're putting in, or we're not really dancing while we're cooking, or really putting love in our food as much as we used to, and what that was a part of our culture. So cooking from scratch, you know your ingredients. You trust your ingredients. They don't come with a box and massive ingredients on it. You trust your source. So cooking from scratch is crucial to returning to our food culture and our heritage. So read all the ingredients. That's my next one. Read all the ingredients. If you're going to consume something that's inside of a package, whether it be a box, a plastic bag, read the ingredients. If it has more than 5, more than likely it's not for you. It's not anything that's going to nourish your body. So just reading your ingredients is important. And if you're not ready for that step, at the very least, teach your children. Teach the children how to read their own, ingredients and what they're putting in their body. So that doesn't mean looking on the back of the package and focusing on the calories or the iron or how much carbohydrates is in it. None of that really matters if the ingredients is red number 40 or high fructose corn syrup or maltodextrin, which is just corn, which is, in the way corn is processed, is just a mess, y'all. They messing with our foods, and it's crazy because it affects us. It affects how we eat. It affects how we sleep. They literally are designing our food to be addictive. So before I get too ranty, I'm gonna go to the next one. So fermented food. Make you some sauerkraut, for example, or other ferments that add good probiotics and microbiomes. They got all these fancy words for them nowadays, but really it makes sure your digestion and your gut, your belly happy, and your body. So those things you can make fermented hot sauce. I know we love our hot sauce. My sister did that before, which is really cool. I haven't yet to do that one. Your sauerkrauts, your fermented. There's so many ways you can create a ferment. And let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in, because that's definitely something that we could do. And the last thing that I didn't have, but I wanted to make sure I do that, is herbs. Season your food with herbs, fresh quality herbs. Please grow them yourself if you can. They're so easy to grow. You know, your oregano, your sage, your rosemary, your lemongrass, your cumin, your fennel seed. You know, I could keep going on and on. Your thyme, you know, your ginger. Grow your herbs, but definitely use them high quality. Get them, flavor your meats if that's what you do with those high quality herbs. You know, flavor your food. Make your tea with those herbs. You know, there's so many things that you could do, but that's a crucial way to add some nourishment, some extra nourishment to your food, and that's what we want to do. We want to nourish our bodies. We want to be the best that we can be. We want to pass down healthy legacies to our children and their children and their children's children. You know, so we want to change the narrative of what we've been experiencing these past generations, you know. And it goes real deep, y'all, and I'll get into it maybe in a different segment, but you know, the way we eat today, there is a reason. You know, it all started some way, but you know, our ancestors were one with the land. You know, they ate seasonally, they ate locally. You know, that's another thing. If you can, shop the local farmers markets, get to know your farmers. If you don't grow your food yet, please try to understand that eating locally is so crucial for our bodies. You know, our ancestors didn't go to the grocery store and get a coconut from Jamaica. You know, they ate the pawpaws from the pawpaw tree that grew here locally. Or they ate the apples, the berries. You know, these fruits and local foods are still growing abundantly in the wild today. So once we know that, and you know, I'm getting on a rant because some people, they just, the attention span, but it's the food. We don't have an attention span because, and it's the culture, this fast-paced culture, you know, I ain't going to get into it, but we really want to nourish our bodies, y'all. That's the way to go because we tired of surviving. You know, we've been surviving for so long. You know, we eat those chitterlings because it was passed on to us as scraps. But we made those chitterlings, you know, we put love into that food. We put our healing herbs into that food. We knew to, you know, add, you know, put some extra oomph to it to get by. But now we don't want to get by. You know, we want to thrive. We want to thrive off the land. We want to be one with the land. We want to pass on healthy habits for generations to come. Peace, family. Thank you for hearing me out.